When I arrived that morning, it was still there. A photo of me, smiling, unaware, taped to the marble wall of my company's lobby. Underneath, scrawled in thick red marker, "Someone needs to learn how to treat a woman." Everyone had seen it. The interns whisper behind their coffee cups. Executives pass by pretending not to notice. I didn't tear it down. I just stood there, staring at it like it belonged in a gallery, a perfect portrait of humiliation. Her masterpiece. Maya, the woman who once vowed she'd protect me from anyone who tried to cause harm. Now she was the one twisting the knife, painting me as the monster. We'd built everything together. Sleepless nights, cold coffee, an empire that clawed its way into the Fortune 500. She was my second in command, brilliant, confident, and dangerously captivating. I trusted her completely, not only with the company, but with my life. When our partnership blurred into something more, it didn't feel impulsive. It felt inevitable, until I ended it. Quietly, carefully, because love and leadership rarely survive in the same space, especially when the wrong person feels replaced. She smiled when I told her, said she understood, shook my hand and walked out. That smile should have warned me. It wasn't peace, it was strategy. The first strike came weeks later. Rumors, subtle doubts whispered through boardrooms. She was gone, but her words lingered like poison. Then came the photo, her public declaration of war. And the irony? She wasn't entirely wrong. I did need to learn how to treat a woman like her, not with love, with caution. So I learned. That night, I didn't lose my temper. I didn't call her. Instead, I opened a folder on my laptop labeled Contingency. I created it months before anything went wrong. In my world, paranoia isn't a weakness, it's survival. Inside were contracts, server backups, private messages, encrypted recordings, everything clean, legal, and waiting. Maya's brilliance had always walked hand in hand with her greed. She'd been quietly rerouting client funds through shell companies, small enough to slip under most radars. But not mine. She thought I was too sentimental to notice. She was wrong. I collected everything, not to ruin her, not yet, but to let her build her own stage. The photo stayed up all day. No one dared touch it. By evening, it spread across the internet. Screenshots, gossip threads, feminist blogs quoting her words like scripture. Corporate predator exposed. I watched the storm calmly. The next morning, I got a call from her lawyer. His voice trembled. "Take it down. Please. You don't know who's seen it." I smiled. "Oh, I think I do." He wasn't worried about me. He was terrified of them. 3 weeks earlier, I quietly finalized a deal with Vanguard Partners, a billion-dollar firm circling Maya's new women-led investment startup. She'd pitched them with passion, ethics, empowerment, transparency. They were days away from signing. Then her little stunt went viral. And, of course, analysts do what analysts do. They dig. They found my evidence. Or rather, I made sure they did. A leaked email here, an anonymous tip there, just enough to make it seem accidental. By morning, every one of her accounts was frozen. Her lawyer's panic finally made sense. The wolf had realized the forest was burning. When Maya called, her voice shook with fury. "You set me up." "No," I said, leaning back. "You set yourself up. I just gave you a louder microphone." Silence. "Then you could have stopped this." "I could have," I said softly. "But then how would you learn?" Click. That was the last time we spoke. Within 2 days, her reputation collapsed. Clients pulled out. Partners disappeared. Her empowering posts turned to apologies, then denials, then silence. But the internet doesn't forgive. It archives. The photo in the lobby stayed for another week. Then I had it framed. Gold trim, glass front, perfectly aligned. It now hangs in my office, not as a trophy, but a mirror, a reminder of what emotion costs. 2 months later, I got a letter from her lawyer. Maya had declared bankruptcy. She'd sold her car, her apartment, even her shares. Ironically, the same shares I bought back quietly through a third party. Now, every quarter, she receives a small check from my company, my name printed in the corner. Justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. People still ask why I never took that photo down. Because I needed it there. Humiliation burns longer than anger. It refines you, focuses you. In that silence, I planned everything. She did teach me something after all. How to deal with a woman who confuses revenge with power. You don't fight her. You outlast her. Let her strike first. Let her draw blood. Then hand her the knife. And when she finally realizes whose hand she's holding it in, it's already too late. By the time the world moved on to its next scandal, I hadn't. Every morning, when I walk past that framed photo, I feel no guilt, no pride, just clarity. Because revenge isn't chaos. It's design.